I worked with Julie Paschkis on that book, and unlike many other authors, I did have the opportunity to offer a lot of suggestions in terms of how the art would turn out. Specifically, the moon was very important. That the moon had to look a certain way on the different pages. So I would send specific moon calendars and say, please have it look like the August 3rd moon in this image, and things like. Dress and the mosque. I wanted the book to feel American, so I supplied a lot of images, like what mosques in America look like, because I thought if somebody just researched mosque or Googled mosque, they might find, the Blue Mosque in Turkey or a mosque in Cairo, which doesn't look like what we have here. And coincidentally, she ended up using, I gave her multiple images of mosques in America, and she ended up modeling her image after one of the pictures I sent, which is the mosque I grew up attending in Silver Spring, Maryland. So that was a really nice treat for people in that community to see, our local mosque represented that way. So yeah, it was a nice collaboration in that regard. We got to, I was happy to be able to give input, and they were very receptive. Chronicle Books, with the publisher of the book, was very responsive to what I had to say, and making sure everything came together the way it did. I really appreciated Chronicle Books' effort to make sure that the book was felt authentic and was respectful, and that they included me in that process, recognizing that the illustrator was coming from outside of the culture, and might not even realize certain things, and then that happens. She actually took her inspiration for the art from Islamic tile art, which was her idea, which is beautiful, and she put in many lovely things that I wouldn't have thought of, that they might not have thought of, but there were other things that she might not have realized, and for me, it was important to be representative of the diversity that exists within the Muslim community. So I wanted there to be women who wore the hijab and didn't wear the hijab, for example, and details like that they were very receptive to including. And again, making sure that Julie was on board with whatever suggestions we made, which were really, more content focused, not obviously her art was her art, and she did an amazing job with that. But yeah, I was very, very pleased with the collaborative nature of everything, and really grateful for that.